locked away and long forgotten are now open. This future is being written. Hit the like button and follow us. Bada boom, bada bing, bada, bada.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Icon Files today. Just going to do a quick unboxing today. Tomorrow we got our normally scheduled program with Christopher Horton of the Transformers Third Party Kingdom. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Just going to be doing a new, I think I call it Delete the Files or something like that. I don't know. I haven't really came up with an exact idea for the name, but that's what's going to be going on. Bada boom, bada bing. See here, let me put on some background music here. How's everybody going on, man? This Sunday afternoon. Bada boom, bada bing. You know, hope everybody's doing good for the Christmas holidays, and looking forward, just a couple of days away. So before we get into the unboxing, let me do a couple of shout outs here. Let's see. First of all, let me put myself back here. I always forget doing this. Shout out to Wham Stands. They hooked me up here, like I said last time. If you're looking for something unique for your channel or just for your collection, they do some cool stuff, man. Moose there from Wham Stands. Let me show you here. Take this off. But yeah, we got, there we go. I got the camera at a different angle today, so I'm usually having it in front of my computer here, but this time it's up here. But yeah, you know, Moose from Wham Stands, he does these things, like I always say, they're magnetic. And you can have, this one has our slogan, the past whispers, the future unfolds, but I'm sure if you have something else that you want, Moose will hook you up with that. And, you know, some pretty cool stuff there. They're all magnetic, and this is a tower that you can stack if you want, you know. Let me get this there. And then we have this one that goes back and forth, and it's like kind of like a stand. You can put books, comics, if you do reviews on those kind of things. Oh, and it stumbles. All right. All right. Got that. All right. I gotta get a different boom or something. It's like, seems like it's getting too heavy. Let's see if I can get this thing off too. This probably doesn't help at all either. It's kind of heavy. All right, guys. So, bada boom, bada bing. Let's go. This is what we got today here in the Icon Files. Wonder what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be something new to add to the Icon Files collection here. So it's going to be interesting. And we got tomorrow's show, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss it. It's going to be kind of a lot of fun with Christopher here. We're going to do a lot of, go through some categories with him. Be interesting to see what he has for his answers. Bada boom, bada bing. So, get my knife ready here. Gold blade. If you follow my lives, I've gone through so many different kinds of tools for unboxing, from butter knives, forks, whatever was available at my disposal. All right, so let's see what it is today, man.
Ready to quake. If on Decepticon turf you happen to stumble, look out, world. Cause here comes rumble. Terracons merge into abominus one by one, hunting the last Autobots.
All right, got it open. Let's see what it is, man. All right, man. So this is the first time I see this, and when I saw these things, it brought back some memories because I used to read the books, and I don't know everything about this, but I do know a little bit, enough to get me interested in it, you know, because it's definitely something that I get into. And yeah, so the first one is going to be it's a bit of glare here from the camera here. So it's Joy Toy 1/18 scale Ultramarines Warhammer 40,000. So these are bugged out. They're like really detailed and accurate. Like I really dig it, man. It's like pretty cool. Bada boom, bada bing. And it's the first time having it in hand. So I thought I'd have like a cool little section just to have a little space for the Marines here. Bada boom, bada bing. So let's see, we got that one. We got, so this one was Ultramarines. The Ultramarines. All right. Ultramarines. I wonder if, let me try unboxing this one, because it has the plastic, and that plastic is probably giving it a lot of glare. There, that's a lot better. Yeah, that plastic gave it some glare. But yeah, this is the Warhammer 40K Ultramarines. Bada boom, bada bing. Let me take this out here. Feels like it's echoing. Shut this off here. There you go. Take all that back feed here. So yeah, Ultramarines, Warhammer 40,000, Joy Toy, 1/18 scale, Ultramarines Intercessor with Autobolt Rifle. And show you the back. They look pretty dope, man. Let me know who's interested in these Space Marines. You know, so so years ago there was a bookstore. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think it was called Dragon's Lair, maybe. Dragon's Lair, here locally, here in Massachusetts. And when you go in, they had those games like Dungeons and Dragons. Warhammer was one of them, where they had humongous sceneries. There was like in the back of the store was a huge room where they had these displayed. But I mean the scenery, like a humongous table, and you know you would have grass, rocks, whatever this they displayed it with. But then you would have a whole bunch of these Ultramarines, but not the 1/18 scale. It was more like the little tiny ones like this that you paint. I think they came in plastic, and maybe some of them you could have got that metal. I don't know if it's lead. I forget the name of it. Putter? Oh no, Pooter. I think it's Pooter. But anyways, they came in a whole bunch of sets. Sometimes you get them in big bags, but you would have to paint them, you know. And a lot of the guys, if you're good at it, they would paint them just like this. It would look like just like this, man, even better. You know, they were really detailed. And so they would have their armies on these tables with tanks, machinery, you know, whatever it was, man, they would have it. And the other person, I don't know how many players played at one time. I never really got into the actual playing. Like, I tried to. At one time, I did buy a big pack of soldiers and stuff, but I just never understood how you actually play the game. Yeah, so that's when I first started hearing about these things, and then I started reading some Dan Abnett novels of Space Marines, Warhammer, and I read a few of them. They're really good. I actually got into it, but it's been so many years that I don't know what's the latest story to read upon. But I know those old novels were still highly recommended, so I probably will try to get back and reading those. And then Xbox, I think it was 360, made a game called Space Marines that was basically Warhammer, and it was a really good game. And I played it lots of times. I believe it was multiplayer too. So that's like my little bit of knowledge of Warhammer. But I really love these. When I saw these, I saw they were like really posed and really detailed, that I wanted to get into them. And so the other one is, this one is Blood Angels, Angels Tier Squads. RLM with Volkite Serpentas. So this is bugged out. Yeah, this is cool. So this is the Blood Angels, Warhammer's Blood Angels. And so I guess, I mean, you guys can comment on the comments if you know a little bit more than I do. I really don't know much about Warhammer. I'm starting to like get into it. Try to get this pack while I'm open here. And here we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Really nice detail again. I wanted to do, and I'm not too knowledgeable about each clan. You know, it seems like they're each clan. I don't know if they're all from the same army, or like Blood Angels is one army, Ultramarines is another army, and so on and so on, because there's a whole bunch of different color soldiers. And what I wanted to do was kind of like build a squad. I don't know how many are in a squad or whatever, but for now, I got 2 of each. So I got 2 Ultramarines, and I'll try to have them as squads of 2. And then I got 2 of the Blood Angels to see if I can just have like 2s. You know, I don't have a lot of space, so I wanted to at least do sets of 2. And sometimes they come with multiple stuff, so this one's Heirloom. Heirloom might be a main character. So I got 2 of the main characters, just to have 2 of them. Because when I was looking on Amazon, I didn't see any other red ones. I'll keep looking, and if I do find other red ones, then I'll add them to be a little bit more accurate. But these are what I have so far. to have some kind of Space Marine little collection going on here. You know, I definitely remember these guys because I want to say in the game, 360 game, Space Marines, this is what they look like. But there's so many versions out there, guys, and they look bugged out. So I'll maybe later today I'll take another look on Amazon to see exactly what else we have. But I did like this one. It looked interesting, the detail, and like I said, I want to try it. And I guess like they're different clans. I guess each color is a different clan. So that's what I wanted to do, is just try to maybe do sets of 2. I don't know if there's a limited per squad, but I'll do sets of 2. I've seen some white ones that I think are something wolves. I've seen some yellow ones. Let me see. Let me if I can go on my thing real quick and see here. Let's see here, 1 second. See if we can get on Amazon here where I ordered it, to give you some names of the ones that I'm talking about. Yeah, so we got this guy, Johto Warhammer 118 Ultramarines Captain, the Jump Pack Collection. So this guy might actually go well with the Ultramarines that I just showed you. Get this guy unplugged here. Right there. Let's see if it focuses. There we go. So this is the captain. So this, I guess the captains lead the squad. So this guy would really go well with those other two because it would be like a squad. He leads those 2 guys. So this guy might be one to get for me. I'm going to put a heart on that. We got one here. Let me see what this guy's called. Dark Angels. So we got the Blood Angels and then we got the Dark Angels. See if it focuses. It's not really focusing here. Come on. I don't know what's I'm gonna, hopefully my wife is gonna get me an updated camera that's gonna be a lot better. It's gonna focus and all that stuff. But this one is Dark Angels Intercessors Brothers Nadil. So this guy might be an actual person, not just a random soldier, but maybe a special character from the series. So we got that one. He's like kind of like looks blackish. This one looked cool, so I added it. This one is the White Consul's Intercessor. So this guy might just be a regular Marine. Let me see here. Yeah, so this guy looks like he might just be a regular Marine. See if I can. It's like a Space Marine that looks white. So that looks bugged out. You know, that'd be pretty cool to get a couple of those white ones. Just have different colors of these squads and kind of represent as many as I can, because like I said, my space is limited. Just looking through here, see what we got here. This guy is Thousand Suns. Warhammer Horus Heresy Thousand Suns. Tactical, so I don't think he goes with the other guy. I think Thousand Suns is another clan. There's a lot of them. I mean, I'm just really breaking the surface on this, but there's a whole bunch of them. Whole bunch of them. This one is Imperial Fists. Imperial Fist, and again, this one's yellow. I don't know if you can, if it's like a yellow one of the Ultramarines, but yellow. Yeah, it's really bugged out, guys. There's a whole bunch of them. This one I really wanted to get because I love green. Let's see here. Come on, focus. There we go. Really cool one. This guy's called Salamander's Eradicator's brother to Kren. He looks bugged out. He's green, so he looks bugged out. So yeah, Warhammer. There's a whole bunch of clans, dude, that you can get into. There's a whole bunch of them. Bada boom, bada bing. 118 scale. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing what I can do with that and add it to the collection somewhere and show you guys once I get that put in. And then anything new, I'll let you be the first to know. So don't forget, guys, tomorrow is going to be our regular scheduled live show tomorrow with Christopher Horton. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're just a few days away from Christmas, so it's going to be pretty cool. I'm really excited about it. Really excited to give my family their gifts and see how they react. You know, I'm definitely a Christmas person, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, check us out 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. It's going to be great. And this is the latest song in the background. I'll end it with this, just describing. Breach their defenses, the battle ignites. So that was ready to shake, ready to quake. If on Decepticon turf you happen to stumble, look out, world, 'cause here comes Rumble. So those are catchphrases from Rumble that I added into the song. So just like I said before, I created the lyrics. I used some stuff from the cartoons and added them into the song to create a song. But you know, this is the latest one I did today. I'm not 100% in love with the background, but it's the latest one I can do before I went live, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Let's keep it going, and I can break it down for you guys because there's a lot of stuff. I don't know if you guys are catching up on this. So that right there just said, like, Abominus, Terracons merge into Abominus, which is a reference to the Terracons. I wanted to try to add as many characters, robots into the song as possible, without really making it sound bad. Let's see what else. The Icon Files hold the key, of course, because this is the Icon Files. The thing with the AI stuff, like sometimes they don't pronounce Icon right, so it takes a long time, believe it or not, to find something that sounds decent. So that last one was Optimus Prime, You Got the Touch. So I got that from the movie. You got the touch. I threw that in there for a lyric. Blaster hit us with some #1 hits, right? Because Blaster's the boombox, So Blaster hit us with some #1 hits. Call of the Primitives hit platinum status. So Call of the Primitives obviously is that episode we saw all the Dinobots, Grimlock, the Terracons, all the like, I don't know, like the animal style robots. And Grim, because he's always saying "Me Grimlock King," you know, so I added that kind of lyric in there. My son in the background, you gotta watch out. He's having a family. You never have 100 quiet peace, you know. Bada boom, bada bing. Because I'm always saying that in my lives. If you follow me, I'm always like bada boom, bada bing. Yes. So Omega Supreme guards Crystal City. So those who know, Omega Supreme used to be a guardian on Cybertron, and his duty was to protect Crystal City. But it all came crashing down way too easy. So what happens was back then the Constructicons were his friends, but the Robo Smasher changed them into evil, to be evil, and they betrayed Omega and they destroyed Crystal City. So that's the phrase that I did there in that song. Shout out to the area bots there. Was able to squeeze them in. So that was, here we go. So that last part of the song was reference to the episode of the Rust Plague. I can't remember exactly. I think it was just called Rust, the episode. But in that episode, one of the ancient there, whatever, gave a warning, you know, and that's what that last part of the song reference was, that episode. So bada boom, bada bing, guys. So yeah, man, thanks for it was just a quick unboxing here, and then I wanted to break down that background song that I did. I'll try to find a better rendition of it, but that was the newest one I was able to do before the show. But I'm going to be trying today to try and find something a little bit more my style for the background, and play that for tomorrow's live. So that's what we got today, guys. Quick thing on Joy Toy, Warhammer, Space Marines, so many of them, and I'm going to try to get into this a little bit more as I get them. I'll talk a bit about them. Warhammer, the Horus Heresy, Blood Angels, Angels Tears Squad. So this guy's from the Angels Tears Squad, Erelem, with Volkite Serpentas. So he must be a main character, I guess, within the novels or stuff. Erelem. But he looked bugged out, and I ended up getting two of these guys because I wanted to do sets of two. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, guys, thanks for at least stopping in. Feel free to leave comments. Even if it's not live, I'll check on the comments later on. And tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, will be the live with Christopher Horton from Transformers Third Party Kingdom. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. So God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bada boom, bada bing.